NMS, the abbreviation for Network Management System. It is a tool set which is responsible for maintaining, monitoring, and managing the network infrastructure. It makes sure that there is no service disruption caused to the services which are running on top of the infrastructure. This is done by capturing various metrics of all the network infrastructure devices with the intent that the service downtime or any issues in the network or errors are minimal. So let's start and try to understand what the network management system is all about and what are its nitty-gritties. Now in front of us is one office which is managed by the network admin. Let's say in one scenario there's an issue where all the laptops or all the desktops in the network are not able to access mail or perform any online transaction via the internet. This has resulted in substantial business loss because each minute is causing a huge loss to the business since every transaction is via the internet. The network admin wants to resolve this problem. Herein, the network admin does not have any tool or anything like that in order to check. So first they log into the internet router, check all the interfaces, are they physically connected, the interface is up, and related things, and then moves on to the internet firewall, the core switch, the devices, and also checks the physical health of the cables which are connecting, but nothing. In fact, the alarms on the router also are not showing anything or into the internet firewall. And after 2 hours of hard work and dedication, the network admin gets to know that CPU and the memory of the core switch is too high, and hence he starts resolving that. However, during this duration of 2 hours, the service on the laptops or the end devices were not working. So it was a huge loss for everybody. Now, let's look another scenario wherein we have an NMS setup. So the NMS monitors all the key metrics of the internet router, internet firewall, cold switches, and also the end devices. Now, the same problem occurs wherein the CPU of the core switch goes too high, or in that case, we can say the memory also. In that case, the NMS will capture this information and keep it as an alarm in its dashboard. So this single source of reference, single source of glass, which is capturing information from all the assets, is able to immediately diagnose what the problem is, and accordingly, by logging into the NMS, the network admin will get to know the problem is and then start resolving it. This case substantially decreases the amount of time in order to zero in where the problem was. Maybe instead of 2 hours, it can be within a span of 2 to 5 minutes. The network admin can get to know that this is the core switch which is causing the problem, and hence a rectification of that can start happening. Now, this approach substantiates that the problem is resolved and within a much lesser time as compared to earlier. And that is the benefit of NMS. Rather, NMS is having a comprehensive list of benefits, but we will not discuss about all of them right now. However, this is one of the major benefits that we can reap that I shared, that it can immediately provide proactively the issue that is happening in the infrastructure. Okay. With that, we'll come to the next slide, that what are the device types which are managed by the NMS. First is the internet router or maybe WAN router, then we have firewall, switches, and in fact, NMS can also manage the desktop or laptops, that is the endpoints, in fact, servers also. And it is not there only that in the wired infrastructure NMS is limited, it can also take care of wireless access points, WLCs, and related things. In addition to that, the VPN gateways, application delivery controllers, or load balancers can also be managed via NMS. And moving further, this is the printer and the VoIP phones, which are also under the remit of NMS. So we can see all this comprehensive list of items, the assets, can be managed via the NMS, which is again a single reference source on which we can see where the problem is occurring in which asset type. And finally, we'll talk about the key vendors which are providing the NMS solutions. So each vendor type has a different type of solution, maybe cloud managed, on-premise, appliance based, software, and maybe VM based also. All these are different flavors that the NMS providers are providing to their customers based upon their needs. So here are some of the vendor solutions. For example, SolarWinds is providing NPM as the NMS, which is Network Performance Monitor. Cisco's DNA Center, again an NMS, which was earlier called the Cisco Prime Infrastructure. Next is the Manage Engines Op Manager, WhatsApp Gold by Progress, Nagios, and Logic Monitor. In fact, based upon the customer type, their environment, the dynamics involved, all these type of the NMS can be selected and related. Maybe at a small to medium business there may be a requirement for a different type of NMS, or maybe for enterprise there is a different type of NMS. So all those variations are available in the market, and we need to select, we need to study and understand which type of NMS solution matches the requirement of the customer, and accordingly this has to be selected. Hope you like the NMS related details and its related nuances. Thanks for watching and have a good day.